That's the most disgusting car I've ever seen in my life.
Today we are looking at failed concept cars, and we're gonna decide if they should have been made or if they belong in hell. I'm James, he's Nolan, and this is the D-List. A big thanks to the Zebra for sponsoring today's video. You know, they call me Mr. Easy. Everything just comes easy to me. This puzzle cube, easy. Learning a second language on my phone, facile. And that's why Mr. Easy loves the Zebra. The Zebra is the nation's leading car insurance comparison site. It takes the overcomplicated task of securing car insurance coverage and makes it easy. Compare top insurance companies side by side in minutes on your phone, helping you find the right coverage at the right price at the right time, i.e. now. So be like Mr. Easy and go to thezebra.com/DList to easily compare quotes and find your perfect policy today. First up, we got the Dodge Super 8 Hemi. In the early 2000s, Dodge wasn't known for powerful family sedans like they are today. You could buy a Viper or you could buy an Intrepid or a Dodge Stratus. So in 2001, Dodge unveiled this boat-looking thing, and apparently it was inspired by the timeless design language of the 1950s.
I'm gonna have to dispute that it's timeless. Possibly one of the ugliest cars of
It's not good
ever
looking.
seen.
You can definitely see the Chrysler design language in there a little bit.
Especially those like stripes down the side.
It's not often that you see a windshield that goes in.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
I don't know what that does to
That is
aerodynamics.
crazy.
They had
This is what-
features, Nolan. Had bench seats, that had TVs with the internet on them.
Oh, wow.
It had a 5.7 liter Hemi that made 350 horsepower. This was just a design exercise meant to show off new technology that would eventually be used in cars like the Charger and the Chrysler 300. I think we can see that there's a lot of trickle down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can see where the other cars came from, but I'm so glad that this car itself did not come out. It looks like Gru would drive this thing. Send it to hell.
Yeah. Now, not all concept cars are just design exercises. Sometimes they're actual sneak peeks into real cars that are being developed. Such is the case with the Mitsubishi Concept RA, an all-wheel drive turbo diesel sport coupe that was meant to be a successor to the Eclipse.
Huh.
It looks like an Eclipse.
It does look like an Eclipse.
Now, the Eclipse is one of the most important cars that Mitsubishi ever made, but over the years, it got a little less good than it once was. So people were stoked when Mitsubishi teased this concept in 2008. It's basically everything an Eclipse should be, but it's also diesel. But Mitsubishi was struggling financially at the time, as was the entire planet. So the Concept RA got tossed in a trash can and thrown down a chute straight to hell, and instead of returning to its original sport compact roots, it eventually became a crossover. So Nolan, what do you think that society would be a better place if they would have made this?
I think there are a lot of factors outside Mitsubishi that contribute to society, but I like the design of this. I think it would have been interesting if Mitsubishi did keep pursuing the sports car angle and tried to go after like the Civic Si market with this car. So yeah, I think the roads would be a little cooler seeing these things around for sure.
The next car on our list was also a legit prototype meant for production. I'm talking about the Aston Martin Bulldog. This wedge-shaped supercar was designed to be the fastest production car in the world. It had 600 horsepower twin-turbo V8, which was not very common in 1978. It also had gull-wing doors, pop-up-ish headlights, walnut trim because it's British, and LED buttons like the Lagonda. Now, Aston Martin planned to make around 25 of these fully grown puppies, but in 1981, the new chairman of Aston Martin, Victor Gauntlet, decided it was too expensive and pulled the plug and sent it to hell. Only one was ever built. Last year, some American guy found the original car for sale and commissioned a full restoration with the goal of finally driving it 200 miles per hour. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So, This is the first one on the list that I'm like, they should have made this thing.
Yeah, I agree. This would fit in quite well with like the Countach of that era, Ferraris of that time. I love the huge like Bozizoku style splitter in the front. That's tight.
And I love the name.
Yeah.
The Aston Martin Bulldog.
It doesn't look like a Bulldog at all.
No, not at all. And I would say that if they would have made a twin turbo V8 600 horsepower car that went 200 miles per hour in 1976,
That's insane.
I think we would be a little further along
Yeah, maybe.
in the automotive space. So I do think that maybe the world might have been a little better if they made the Bulldog. All Bulldogs go to heaven. Shouts to Georgia Bulldogs, national champs. Good job, boys. Now, it turns out that Aston Martin wasn't the only company trying to build the fastest car in the world. So was a little company that I like to call Ford. The GT90 prototype from 1995.
Oh yes, I'm very familiar with this one.
Oh, dude, this is a car that you have on your folder.
I mean, this embodies like Scholastic Book Fair poster.
100.
Definitely, I love this.
It was a top secret project, my favorite kind, developed as a modern take on the GT40. Now the goal was to outperform the McLaren F1's top speed of 231 miles per hour. How? With a quad turbo V12 with 720 horsepower. The exhaust got so hot that Ford installed ceramic tiles on the car to prevent it from melting.
Wow.
The same kind of tiles used on the frickin' space shuttle. But unfortunately, the project was a little too ambitious apparently, and the production version never saw the light of day, even though Ford strongly suggested that it would one day be available. They put it on tons of folders.
Dude, 720 horsepower in 1995 would have been insane. I love this thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like this even more than the Bulldog.
For sure, I would much rather have this.
Speaking of retro-inspired concept cars, Your Honor, allow me to introduce the 2002 Chevy Bel Air. Surprise witness.
I've never seen that before.
This was Chevy's response to Ford's new Thunderbird from the same year. I've gone on record saying that's the only car I don't like. Everyone was obsessed with retro comeback cars in the early 2000s, so it made sense, I guess, for Chevy to rehatch one of their most iconic cars from the 50s and 60s.
You want some water?
No,
Okay.
and I just let it roll. For a concept car, it was pretty complete. They didn't just slap a Bel Air badge on some random sedan like they did with the Malibu. It had a full 1950s inspired interior, hydroformed frame like a Corvette.
Okay.
But the coolest part, a turbocharged 5-cylinder, just like in my Golf.
Weird.
Yeah, so that makes it cooler than the Thunderbird, but still. GM decided not to sell the Bel Air, probably because the Ford Thunderbird was a huge flop, and they decided to go with the SSR.
Max's favorite car.
So the question is, Nolan, would you prefer to live in a universe where Chevy produced the 2002 Bel Air instead of the legendary SSR?
I actually think we're in the right timeline right now.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
we really dodged a bullet with this one. This is like the depths of hell. All right. Oh, God. I'm exhausted from that car. So, luckily, we only have one more car to discuss today. And it's a bit of a controversial one.
Oh.
Another mid-2000s throwback, but it's not some boomery 1950s geezer wagon. It's a sports car meant to overthrow the Miata because someone dared to say, what if it wasn't always the answer? I'm talking about the Dodge Demon. But not that Dodge Demon, this Dodge Demon. In 2007, Dodge showed the world the Baby Viper, AKA the Demon. It was a lightweight 2-seater with a 6-speed rear-wheel drive and an MSRP of $15,000, which means today it would sell for $375,000.
this car looks like Dodge built an S2K.
It looks a lot like an S2K
Yeah.
with like a body kit on it.
Yeah. I kind of love it though.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's an affordable version of the Viper.
They should offer that color still.
It's a good color.
It's a sick color.
Dude, I like this car better than anything Dodge makes right now. Imagine a Hellcat version of this little boy.
They do it.
They do
A
it.
lot of people would die.
Dodge legitimately planned on selling this thing. So what happened? 2008 happened. The financial crisis sent Chrysler into bankruptcy. That was the year you were born, I remember. And the Demon was not a huge priority. The real nail in the coffin was when FCA took over and put all their Roadster resources into the Alpha Spider. So from whence the Demon came, it shall remain.
Nice.
Hell, baby. I love this thing. It's my favorite car on the list is the Ford. Still love the Bulldog.
Yep.
But this guy,
This would be the one that you actually buy.
this would be the one I would
Yeah.
potentially actually buy with a little hard top on it.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey you want to get buff this year? Well listen up, Pasta Arms. Donut just released the ultimate gym attire. And I'm here to show you how to get it workout ready. So pay attention.
Step 1.
Buy this beautifully designed shirt for just $29.98.
That's way less than $30.
Step 2.
Get some scissors out of the drawer, the one that we all have in our kitchen.
Step 3.
Carefully cut off the sleeves, like so. You'll notice with each snip that this shirt is made from high quality cotton. Now doing this will help airflow as well as highlight your soon to be sculpted arms. So go to donutmedia.com and get all sweaty in this new Buff Horses shirt today.
Thanks for watching this video and everything else on Donut Media. We did another video about concept cars a while back. Click here to check that out. Follow Nolan on TikTok, Bead Lover 1993. He makes all kinds of bracelets, baskets. It's great. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, it really helps us in the algorithm. If you want some sick donut merch, go to donutmedia.com. We're dropping something new every week. I love you.